Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiffany and Benson. I am one part of Team Benson, and it has finally rained in Arizona, which I will show you right now. Alright guys, so after months and months and months of no rain, this is finally happening. My poor garden get the water that it needs, and these trees are probably going to be uprooted. But doesn't the mountain look amazing? All cloudy. It's rain! It's rain! It's gonna be where my new garden bed is. I'm excited. Alright guys, so if you guys all think I have totally lost my mind by the title, I am gonna explain. So I'm sitting here by my lovely okra plants because they are pretty much the only thing that's left that's green, besides my Swiss chard, in my garden still. They are surviving the Arizona summer. But so I want to talk about bad bugs, because a lot of people think that bad bugs are just coming just to eat their plant, and they are destroying it, and they're, doing such horrible things to it, when in reality that's what your plant wants. They would decide to be cleaning at the same time I am trying to film a video. So, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by a leaf blower. But this is your plant trying to tell you something. This is your plant telling you that it's not healthy anymore. That you either do something to make it healthy, or it's going to hit the eject button on its plant life. So, what you can do is maybe it needs more nutrients. Maybe it needs shade. That is one of my biggest problems here in Arizona. I was trying to grow a lot of things, and I was like, why am I getting aphids or different things like that? And as soon as I provided the shade, the aphids went away. So you have to kind of listen to your garden if you're going to be an organic gardener and not douse your plants in pesticides to try and get rid of them and force them to be healthy. Then just do things to make them healthy. So I'm going to go through and kind of tell you just a little bit of things that I have experienced. Alright guys, so I came in for reason number 2 of why there aren't really bad bugs. Partly because it's 100 degrees outside and humid, and that freaking leaf blower came back. Oh, and I want to show you guys this new spice rack. Me and Mr. Benson made it, and now all of my dry herbs have a place. So, back to what I was saying. There are no bad bugs because your plants are trying to tell you something. One thing that I really am starting to see now is that now I've had a full year pretty much of growing vegetables. I'm here in Arizona, so Arizona doesn't really have a winter. So when other people were covered in snow, I had a full garden of vegetables, and I was growing those vegetables all year long without giving my soil a break. So now my plants aren't growing as large, and they're not producing as much fruit. Well, it's not because of the bugs, because the bugs are starting to come in, but it's because my soil needs a break. It needs some compost. It needs some love and attention. So it's time for me to just pick the fruit that's coming along as it's coming along, but also do something to amend my soil. This is what I'm talking about. So as you can see in my beds, which I have my pots in here right now, but my soil level is really low. It went from being up here to down there. So that means that, it's time for my soil to get a break. And for me to maybe add some more soil to it, maybe add some nutrients and some compost to it in order to have healthier plants next fall. So as you can see, I've already started doing that as I've been taking out the plants. Like this one will be coming out soon because it is about done. So this is lower than here. So here I've let the compost sit. Since I've learned from my fungus net situation, I'm going to let the Arizona heat finish making sure that this compost is all the way what it needs to be. And then by the fall, I'm going to start planting seeds. So, let's talk fungus nets. I got fungus nets that completely destroyed one of my bed of green beans. Now, I got the fungus nets because I bought soil that wasn't all the way composted. and I was trying to grow my green beans in it. Well, my green beans were like, hey, this is a horrible situation that you're trying to put us in. So they hit the eject button. Now, I fought the fungus nets and fought the fungus nets and fought the fungus nets, when in reality, I didn't need to fight the fungus nets, I needed to treat the soil. So what I did is I sterilized my soil by pulling out of all the dead bean plants, putting a cover over the bed, and letting the sun bake it. I put a plastic cover over it. Once that was done for about maybe a week, I then replanted all of my bush beans into that bed. And what happened? It grew, and I got some amazing green beans. Now let's talk leaf miners. So, my vining plants became a ratty-tatty mess because I were trying to grow them up a trellis that was way too small for them. So what happened? I got a fungus. I treated the fungus because I thought that's what I was supposed to do, and then once the fungus got treated and got better, then I got leaf miners because the plant was still like, no, 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 I'm done with all of this. So what did I do? I pruned the plant. Pruned the plant, there went the leaf miners. I actually grew a lot bigger fruit because the plant was healthier. Now, one of the most amazing things these bad bugs has done for me is that in Arizona, I've lived in this townhome for 9 years. I have gotten scorpions, spiders, black widows, any other type of bug you can imagine inside my home every single summer because they were trying to get away from the 110 degree heat. Sometimes 120, so I would run too. But once I planted my garden, as you can see, my okra plants create a cover, so it's not as hot. Also, the garden itself makes it cooler down at the garden beds than it has ever been in my backyard. So this happened because I created an ecosystem in my backyard. Now, instead of the scorpions going inside the house, they stay outside and they eat all of the bad bugs that are in my garden. So when I have a plant that is dying, I just let it die. I let the aphids come in, I let all the other bugs, the caterpillars, everything like that come in, and I take a tiny little seed and I plant it right next to it. And while that plant is being eaten by the scorpions and the geckos, then it kills the plant, it eats the plant, it keeps the ecosystem going, but it allows for the little tiny seed that I planted to start to grow. So when that plant is completely gone, now that little seed is a new fresh plant. Now I know you might be thinking, well, Tiffany, you have a small space garden, I have acres of vegetables. Yes, this is very true, but the point of this whole video is to let you know that no matter if you're gardening in a small space, you're gardening in a patio garden, or you're gardening on 10 acres of land, you still have to pay attention to your plants, because if there are bugs coming in, it's your plant trying to tell you something. So maybe providing it more water, providing it more nutrients, or just putting up some shade cloth is going to be what makes a difference in you having a longer growing season, or plants that are like, I'm done. So I hope this video helps, guys. Thank you for watching my channel. Please make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and the bell next to it, because I have started already planting my fall garden and planting some seeds, and I can't wait to show you guys what I'll be growing.